What's up? It's YOVOZOL, and I don't know how useful the information in this video is gonna be, but I've been doing a lot of VJ gigs lately, and sometimes I get the question, how do you mount your projector inside the music venue? Like, there's no in-house projector, and obviously I can't mount my projector to the ceiling because I can't screw holes into it and whatever. Well, there's a temporary mounting solution that I use, and it's based on the nearly 15-year-old video called VJ Kung Fu, and that's what this mount basically is. What it involves is a jaw clamp, where basically you tighten it and it will attach to an I-beam or a sturdy pipe that's running across the ceiling. And the trick with this mount is that it attaches this clamp to the bottom of the projector, so that way you can attach the projector to the ceiling and adjust it and tilt it however you need to throw an image onto a backdrop on top of the band or whatever, so you can do a VJ set. And then at the end of the night, remove the projector and take it home. The parts you're gonna need for this mount are a 6-inch end jaw clamp, a 3-inch baby wall plate, a baby to junior swivel pin, a 2.5-inch grip head, and an optional 20-inch grip head extension arm. You will also need a sturdy wooden board cut to the length and width of the projector, a Dremel tool to cut a hole straight through the projector through the board so you can put screws through it, a mechanical screwdriver, and 2 sets of screws, one that will attach the baby plate to the board and the other set going through the board into the mounting holes, and it needs to be the right thread size as well, something that you'll probably have to look up in your projector's manual. You might also need to slice those screws to the right length. You also might need washers and nuts to create some space between the board and the projector, especially if your projector has vents. You don't want it to overheat when there's a board attached to the top of it. The VJ Kung Fu video is gonna describe this process a lot better than I can, but that doesn't stop me from trying. So at this point, you have the baby plate attached to the board, attached to the projector. Now you're looking at these components and wondering, how exactly do you put them together? Well, this component right here, the baby to junior swivel pin, is very important. This is what attaches to the baby plate here and secures the projector to the rest of the mount. How it works is, if you look closely inside this hole here, when you screw this and tighten it, there begins to emerge a bolt that will go inside. And this is what, when you place on here, when you tighten it, is what presses into the metal of the baby plate and keeps it from slipping out. So now I can lift it. The next step is to attach the grip head on top of this, like so. And it's the same deal here. This is how the grip head attaches to the swivel pin. So you tighten it in place. Now it's all attached. The next step is to attach this jaw clamp to the grip head, and you do that by loosening it and inserting it here and tightening it. And so now you have a mount that is ready to be clamped onto any sort of beam and tightened like that. And if you find that you need more room, as in more drop down from the ceiling, this is what this extension arm is for. And the way that it works, let's loosen this, remove the clamp off of it, is you just add the extension arm. I'm gonna put it horizontally so it fits into frame. You can tighten it. And another cool thing about this mechanism is that you can mount it horizontally, sideways, and it will hold into place, because these right here, well, they've never failed on me. They're very strong. And so yeah, in theory, if you wanted to, for whatever reason, mount your projector in such a way as I'm doing now, you could, and it will hold in place. So, yes, if you wanted to mount like this, actually, it honestly would make more sense to mount it like this. Say, you're clamping it onto something like that. Also, to adjust these mounts, the swivel pin is what provides a lot of the flexibility. So you just loosen it. Now you can move this around. Once you've got all that set up, I feel like if you were able to do that, you'll find ways to mount this in a venue, no problem. Obviously, you gotta run power to your projector. You have to run a cable to it, to your VJ setup so you can send a signal to it. And that also needs to be discreet in a venue. So you're probably gonna be spending some time on a ladder, like I do every time I set this up at a venue, to, you know, make sure no cables are dangling or anything like that. Not to mention, you're probably gonna need to set up a backdrop on the wall. Usually I do that by pulling some BS with a staple gun, spring clamps, tape, sometimes even strings, because a lot of venues don't have an ideal background to throw an image on. If all this seems overwhelming and you're just getting into VJing, perhaps there's venues in town that have an in-house projector or a screen already there, but if not, I promise you this is really worth the effort and investment because it makes your projector such a versatile tool that can be applied anywhere almost. I know that without this, my gigs would not have been possible. Most of my shows wouldn't look nearly as good because I'd be putting my projector in less than ideal places. So there you go. That's all I really wanted to say about that. I don't know what else I can add. I'm sorry I haven't made many tutorials lately, but that's literally because there's just so much going on, y'all. I'm 21 years old. I'm graduating in May. There's just been a lot of art projects and commissions and concerts that I'm like super thankful for. And those are my priorities, so I would rather be doing those than making like tutorials. Plus, I feel like I already said my piece on a lot of stuff. So anyways, this was something that a lot of people were asking me about. I hope you found it useful.